Welcome, everybody, to another Georgia Archery podcast. I'm your host, Big John Chandler, and this is where we talk about, anything and everything to do with archery in the state of Georgia and Georgia archers wherever they may shoot. And if I know people listening to audio, I have a guest again today, my friend from the other end, from the saltwater city, Dwayne Horton. What's up, Dwayne?
Man, slow motion down here. It is raining. It's been a dreary day, and it's not fun for archery down here right now.
Not fun for archery. You asked for a nickname. I didn't know what to do, but you my friend from the other end. How about that?
I can live with that. I can live with that. Yeah, that's right.
We are a little ways apart for sure.
Oh yeah, about 3.5 hours. I think.
Something like that. Robbie's the same way. He's down south now.
Yeah, we got us a nice little triangle going on
for sure. We get Robbie in here when he gets everything set back up. Oh, it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong.
There you go. That's right.
How was your week, man?
Oh man, we had a good week, man. It was really good actually.
It was. Yeah. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. I'm super happy with that. You had a good week. We had a good week. We had a good weekend. There was a lot of stuff going on. This weather's been so weird. It's been like hot, cold, tornadoes. We had tornado warnings and all kinds of crap. And then the rain comes through and it makes it even worse, And so I don't know what else to tell everybody, besides it was just sucky. Let's get some little background music in here.
Yeah.
We got a little look. Dwayne has been trying to upgrade his technologies.
It's coming along.
And we're still working on it. But it's got a little hiss in the background, but we'll get it fixed for sure.
We slip back in.
Oh, yeah, we'll get it fixed for sure. But look, man, it was a busy weekend.
Yeah, archery all over the state of Georgia.
Yeah, so we had let's go with the big stuff of Georgia archers somewhere else, right?
Okay.
So the NFAA had their indoor nationals in Chicago. Chi-town.
First time in Chicago.
Yeah, it was different. Something new, something thing. And after it was said and done, we had a couple of Georgians in the pro classes that made the shoot down.
That's right.
So Curtis Broadnax in the male pro, he had
a big show.
Yep, he had a clean round. He shot 120 X's to get into the show with a crowd of other folks.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, there was a bunch of people that cleaned it, and Curtis was. He's ice cold when he gets out there. When he gets to rocking and rolling, Curtis can shoot with the best of them.
No doubt about it. And then we'll talk about that in a minute. And then Chuck Duvall in the male senior pro. So
Chuck Durnell.
I'm look, it's that far away, and I'm blind, and I'm old. So Chuck.
What was it? Chuck's work. He's got a shop out of
Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow. That's it.
In the Warner Robins area.
That's right.
Going out, it's off 75. But anyway, so he it had a shoot off. So what happened with that group is nobody shot clean. Nobody shot 120 X's.
That's right. Because I remember I think he missed 4. I think.
Yeah,
so he dropped 4 or something.
But yeah, nobody shot clean. So everybody that was 600 got to shoot off.
Okay.
So in that group, it was, but he finished 7th overall. He had he said he made a few mistakes. He felt like he shot real good. Had a good time. He had some complaints, but everybody does in new places, right?
That's right. Yeah, I heard about that.
But Curtis was in the shoot down, and they knocked about, I don't know, they were down to 5 or 6 of them, and he was the only one out of that 5 or 6 shooting a fat arrow.
Yeah, everybody else had time to switch, and everybody decided to switch equipment, because when you get that far, if everybody don't know, when you get that far, it's all about inside out at this point.
That's right.
So and Curtis didn't switch. So he started with 27s, he ended with 27s. Everybody else broke it down to some skinnies or skinnier than 27s.
Skinnier, yep.
and he's the only one that went into the shoot-offs with what he started with, which is respectable in my opinion. You know?
And kept them inside out and walked a few other pokes out of the mix.
Absolutely.
Because I can't remember how many it was. 20 maybe? I don't know what they started with.
I think they started with 20.
Yeah. And he finished 5th overall.
That's right.
So that's pretty dang good. He knocked a bunch of them out with them fat arrows.
That's right.
There's talks that they want to run what you brung. In other words, if you started with 27, you stay with 27.
I'm going to be honest with you. I wholeheartedly agree with it. I mean, if you started with something that not everybody has the liberty. And if you're a pro, you're a pro, right?
Oh,
but I
sure.
do know there are a few pros
that work for a living.
that work for a living.
That's right.
Right. Number one. And number two, I do know there's a few pros out there that don't work on their own stuff, number one, anyway. So they don't know how to adjust that rest or, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Sight for, or move that rest here, move that rest at whatever the case is for for a different setup. So
100%. But the other thing is that it would make the shooting a lot different. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the game would change because and I honestly believe, and this is, I don't care if they went, if they didn't do that, I think that you have to hit the X part of the target inside out. You don't have to, you could touch one of the legs, two of the legs, right? But you got to hit the X to be counted, right?
Okay.
Because one or the other, right? If you're going to do the, if you're going to do the, let them change the arrows, then they have to touch the X when it's inside out. So then, on the other side of it, those guys with skinny arrows they got an advantage to stay inside the inside out, but they still got to touch that X.
We can simplify the thing all the way out, and let's break it all the way back down to let's shoot what let's eliminate all that fat, thick arrow mess and break it back down to when Terry Ragsdale was shooting, 1,200. Honestly, I don't understand the whole. Don't get me wrong. I realize it gravitated to where we're at now.
Yep.
But at this point, with the talent that we have out there in the pro classes, do we really need to be shooting 27s in the pro class? Do you need to be shooting 27s in the pro class?
Well, I know the rest of the world would love it if we didn't go to 27s. If we would go back to 23s, because 23s is world archery number. It's been that way forever. And,
that's right.
And, here's the thing. A lot of those guys showed up out there to shoot the world event, the indoor World Series. They had to shoot 23s, and then they turned around and put the 27s on, and then they turned around and put the skinnies on.
And put the skinnies on. That's
my God, how much tuning is that?
So much flipping and flopping, and you get people complaining about it, and people, it's so much flipping and flopping. Let's shoot what you bring across the board.
That's right.
And let your score speak for itself.
100%.
Yeah, that's the way I feel about it. I don't know.
Right. Well,
who am I? I'm not nobody. I'm just that saltwater guy down here, just slinging arrows, slapping gnats and slinging arrows.
That's damn sure ass load of gnats down there. Yeah, I bet y'all had a bunch when that storm come through.
I'm going to be honest with you. They weren't that bad because it's been cold. Now, had it been
July,
now that's a different situation
for sure.
That's a different situation.
But congratulations to the guys who made it on the floor to do the shoot down, and y'all did awesome. So I'm proud of y'all. Also, we had a whole bunch of Georgians go up to the Tennessee. They went over there to Murfreesboro to shoot the Gauntlet at the TSO, the Shootout Series.
The Shootout Series.
Yep. So the Shootout Series, we talked about it last week. It's multiple places, multiple regions, all shoot together, and the top 8 go to the Gauntlet.
So it's a top 8 in each class. There's
so 8? some of the classes I think are top 6, or maybe even 4, but it is top 8. I mean, most of them are 8 because they got enough participation in each class.
Okay.
But when it was said and done, we had several folks from Georgia on the podium.
Yeah, we did.
So Allie Teague finished up with third place. Congratulations, Allie.
Congratulations, Allie. She's been working really hard with her indoor game.
Oh, I could never mind.
Really hard. I already know.
I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, she's been. Look, we shot 120 arrows today.
Okay.
And test driving some new stuff. So, because she wasn't happy with third place. You know.
Listen, she is the determination that she has is admirable.
That's right.
She's extremely determined to be the best of the best. Yeah. Yep. So that's admirable
for sure. And what's Javier's last name?
Oh crap! I don't remember his last name. What is his last name?
Oh my goodness! Well, Javier won second.
Oh my god!
He won it last year.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
But he came in second this year. God, I can't remember his name. I thought he started with a Q, but I don't want to. I don't know. Anyway, I apologize for that because I didn't have his last name in the thing, and now I don't remember it. So also coming in second place is I think it's Conrad Foster. He was in second place in his class. Kaylee Garrett finished second place in her class, and her little brother Owen finished first in his class.
Right.
And then Riley Frederick. You know that name? Do you know that name? Okay.
Oh God, yeah. God, yeah. She's a shooter. She's a shooter.
Yep. Well, she married a shooter.
She married a shooter,
and they got a shooter little baby
on the way. Yeah, they got a shooter on the way.
She's growing fast. That's gonna be the next whatever. And grandma and grandpa on either side will buy that baby anything that baby wants. I promise you. There's no doubt they are spoiled right.
Spoiled right. I know the feeling. I wouldn't see my grandbaby today, and yeah, he's getting anything he wants. So
that's right.
I get it. I understand.
But Riley, she finished first overall. So, and
awesome.
I've talked. I've texted her a few times, because she had a baby and got married, the whole 9 yards. And she didn't have to face but one person, but she faced one of the hardest one persons in that age division. That's been, it's just immaculate. She always shoots well, to the point that Riley was over there at our league night Thursday before they left to go out on Friday, and she's like, I don't even know where I'm going. I said, what do you mean? She goes, well, that girl shoots so good. I was like, you got her. You got this thing. And she won. And I ain't gonna lie to you. She's won. And then I watched it on video. She's like, I cried. So and that's what archery is about, right? To enjoy what you're doing.
Oh, 100%.
And then old big Chris Willard went out there and showed out with his recurve.
Yeah. Is he he got a new recurve this year? What's he shooting this year? Is he shooting that elite recurve?
I don't know which bow he's shooting now. I may have. I don't.
He showed it to me at the state indoor, but I want to say he's shooting that new elite recurve.
Maybe. I mean, I know that Joel and them have sold a few, so they like that thing. But hey, congratulations to all y'all that went up there to Murfreesboro. And I don't know if you saw that belt buckle they got. That's a pretty sweet belt buckle.
That's a nice belt buckle. I am flirting with shooting that series next year. Yeah. It's intriguing. And I also seen that they posted for they need some hosts for their outdoors. They're doing an outdoor thing.
Yeah, they're working on some stuff. So yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, congratulations everybody went to TSO and from Georgia and made the podium, so that Georgia was well known, well represented. So y'all some good folks.
That's right.
Well, let's see. There was this other little place down there, close to the salt. What did you call it?
Saltwater
City. Had a qualifier in the flood. I mean, in the nice ASA weather, I should say.
Man, let me tell you something. We got a running joke down here that if we need it to rain, all we have to do is
schedule a freaking shoot.
Just schedule a shoot, and it's going to rain down here. So yeah, so that was fun.
Yep. But y'all ended up with about 41 shooters at that event.
We did. We had 41. The majority of them came on Saturday, and the rain came in about 1 o'clock. Most everybody got to shoot, before the rain came in.
And then didn't get flooded, but they got wet.
We had a couple of groups that they got caught in.
And you're like, ain't no way in heck.
Ain't no way in the world. And then day 2, because it was a 2-day Saturday and Sunday.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then day 2, it rained all morning, and it looked like it was going to pass out about 12 o'clock, and it did. About 1 o'clock, we had about 5 or 6 shooters show up and shoot on Sunday.
Wow,
but
if
cool. Everybody would have came after 12:30,
they'll have been dry. Yeah.
Oh, it was beautiful. Yeah,
that's good. I understand.
Yeah.
Also, North 40 had a multiple registration thing, but I never saw any scores, so I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
I haven't seen anything posted. Well, on Saturday, I was at the S3DA State Indoor Championship, where 108 youth archers competed for state championship.
How about that? That's awesome.
Yep, had a good crowd. They I forgot what the first line started, 8, 9, whatever it was, and then the next one was 11, and the next one was 1.
Right.
The 1 o'clock line had to shoot a 300.
Okay.
The other line, the first line had to shoot a 300, and the middle line only had to shoot a 150.
Oh, okay.
Because they were all at 10 yards. They were all 11 and under.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's the funnest thing to look. And if you want to see those pictures that we took from that event, they're on GeorgiaArchery.com in the archery photos link.
That's awesome.
So, yep, there were some good folks down there. I mean, I'd have to go. I mean, we got a list if I was going to go through that list. Congratulations to everybody at podium. You know, I
heard Cassie did a really good job running that event.
She did. She did a well job. And
was it? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. It was the first time that was held there.
In years.
Okay.
I don't know if the state championship's ever been held there that I can remember, but I know we've shot some regionals.
Okay.
But I don't know. She did a well job, and then all of the regional coordinators, which you know, David, Robbie, Mr. Fuller, Mike. And I mean, they were the line judges and the whole 9 yards. So all the coordinators sat around and did all of that work all day long because it was a state event. Right. So my hat's off to them from being there first thing in the morning until late in the evening, get it all done. You know, they did all a great job, and you know, that's awesome. The little plaques they gave out were really cool. So congratulations to everybody who won down there.
Heck yeah! Congratulations.
Yep.
108 shooters. That's a big event.
Yep. And let's see. Team On Point had the CSRA Bow Hunter of the Year qualifier, which I think is the second one because Olin did the first one, maybe.
Yes. No.
This
was the first one.
This was the first one. Okay. Yeah. So they had 50 shooters.
That's right. Over 50 shooters, I thought. 58 shooters?
58. I can't see it from here. That's way over there.
58, 59
58 shooters. That's what it had. And that is the Central Savannah River area. That's what everybody asked me what that stand for. And so
because they're on the Savannah. Augusta is on the Savannah
River. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Right.
And I understand that. What this if you don't know what SRA is, it's a bow hunter only circuit.
There you go.
Because you got multiple places. So circuit.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so if you go down there, let's say you showed up there with your long bars and all that, he'll let you shoot for fun, but you're not in the hunt, right? And so the qualifiers, and they're doing it all and trying to figure out, it's just a new circuit they're trying to build to step up for the hunting class, right?
Right, yeah. And I think that's in my, we had that conversation last weekend, and and I think that's going to grow and grow.
So did all of Facebook on your post. But yeah, also, so they did a great job. Everybody said it was fun, had a good time. And Sweetwater Archery had 43 shooters over there at Sweetwater.
43.
So I'm glad to see Sweetwater had a turnout. We forgot to talk about Sweetwater because it didn't get added to my list when we talked about it, but I made sure I put it on here. So they had 43 shooters, and they have a limited schedule this year, not as quite as many.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
that's just what and they
Sweetwater is Gainesville? Something.
No, it's Carrollton.
Carrollton.
You go way out the other side past Stone Mountain. I mean, past Six Flags.
Yeah, I've been out there one. I shot the state ASA there when's that? 4 years?
4 years, 5 years ago. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, I went out there and shot that one.
One of your first or second times since you've been rolling. Right?
Oh yeah, it was fun. It was really, really awesome ranges. I love that place. That place was it's a good place to shoot.
Yeah, it's a great place. The guys who've been running that thing forever. I've been shooting Sweetwater since I can't tell you when. Right? If you ask me, Sweetwater, Gainesville, all of those have been like phenomenal places for so long, right? And then when Scott started doing his thing at RBO, it just picked up. And then yours is slowly growing. You know, Ogeechi's slowly growing on that end of the world. And there's a few others that are trying to get it going. So, that's what went on this past weekend. A bunch of shooting. Congratulations to all the folks. We had a good time, at S3DA. I got to see my boy Robbie, because he was working the event.
Right.
He was a line judge, doing his thing. So it was good. We had a couple. I had some bunch of kids that we took down there and had a good time, and they shot very well I'm gonna have to pat myself on the back there a little bit. Ace Apaches, I didn't do it. They did it. They shot the bow. I didn't shoot the bow. But, but those kids are freaking phenomenal. They're just.
But But I mean, heck, they've been with you for a little while, and they come through your.
How about 300
academy? But they come through your shop.
How about 354 X's?
Really?
Yep.
That's amazing.
Top score in the room. There was two people did it, and one of them was Noah Suka from the Refuge Archery. Good kid, great kid, and Gabriella Alfredo.
Yep.
So she shot that. So they tied in the top score in the room. So,
holy moly!
Yeah, she shoots pretty good.
Yeah, that's lights out.
You remember them days? You're like, man, I dropped a few too many X's.
Few too many.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still dropping a few too many.
Well, speaking of dropping too many, I bet you have plans in the morning.
I do have plans in the morning. Early morning.
Early morning to get in the vehicle and ride and hope there ain't no snow like you did last time you went to a shoot.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I'm not. I did hear that the temperature is going to be dropping.
It is all day long.
Yeah.
It's dropped here already.
Here in the morning, like at my house, 27 degrees in the mornings. I can only imagine.
That wet's not going to be good at 27 degrees, son.
No, heck no. I'm not looking forward to that. I can't. So
going to drift your way through the ice.
Yeah, I can't remember a trip that I've taken in that direction where these were the conditions. Like, this is my first time going. Honestly, it really is. So usually it's cold in the morning, sunny in the afternoon,
right?
Yeah, and then cold, like, same weather we get here, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is going to be different, Well,
let's talk about that. This weekend is what everybody knows. The countdown is over. Foley, Alabama, the first ASA Pro-Am of the year.
That's right, baby. That's right. Foley, baby.
Foley, baby. There's a whole bunch of folks, Georgians that left today, headed down, going that way. And so a lot of them have already made it. So, wishing every Georgia a whole bunch of luck down there this weekend, showing what Georgia's all about. I'm hoping that when I turn on because I'm not going. We already talked about that. When I turn on the YouTube freaking Saturday afternoon, that I get to see a whole bunch of Georgians on that list, like made the cut for the top 5. Because we got women's pro, we got men's known.
That's right.
We got men's unknown, the regular open. We got some seniors. So
seniors,
yeah. So and then so I think we have somebody competing in all of there's 7 classes. I can't remember that shoot off. But I think we got somebody in most all of them. So if we could have a Georgian in all of them, that would be slick. That would be fire.
That would be fire. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
If I can say this: if you had to pick one event,
just because you like that water, it's salty.
I'm a saltwater baby,
Yeah.
but but honestly, I mean, I don't know if there's another event I would pick over this one. If I could only go to one, this would be the one.
Yeah. I understand, and it's bigger because it's just like deer hunting, right? We ain't had it all year, and then it's time. We're gonna go opening day or the next day. So, I mean, that's what makes it bigger, is because essentially we've been without ASA for however many months now, and so it's like I gotta have it, And so,
you're probably not wrong. That you're probably right. That
drives it. That drives it a lot. I'm not. I can honestly tell you what my least favorite one is. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody knows what my least favorite one is.
What's your least favorite?
Can you guess?
Your least favorite one?
Yeah,
Kentucky.
All day long. All day long. I will say that Kentucky is not as bad as it used to be, and I'll tell you why.
Okay, I explain that, because my first time to Kentucky was last year, and it wasn't as bad as what I've heard over the years. I've never been able to make it up until last year, and last year I learned some things, but it didn't seem as bad.
Which class were you shooting in?
I shoot K50 semi-pro.
That was where you were shooting last year? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you go up top of the hill, and you keep going on top of the hill, keep going top of the hill, and you shot all your targets down one side.
Yeah.
On one day.
Yep.
The next day you shot on the other side, all 20 targets.
Yep.
Can you imagine shooting half of your targets uphill and half of your targets downhill in the same day? So, like, you know what the lighting looks like when you're looking down in that hole?
Oh, yeah.
And then when you turn around the other way, you're looking in, it's a total different look, right? The sun's on one side versus the other.
Oh, completely different.
And uphill versus downhill, right?
That's right.
So we used to shoot 10 targets downhill or uphill, wherever you started. And then we shoot the other 10 targets the other way. So if you started in the middle of the downhill, you get about 4 or 5 targets, and you'd figure out the downhill feel. And then all of a sudden you flip to the other side. Now we're up here. And if your third axis wasn't right,
oh God,
you're toast.
Oh God, yeah.
Because essentially, if your third axis is wrong, you can fix it in the first 3 or 4 targets click in, right, to be downhill.
Sure, yeah.
But if, let's say, you started in the middle, you shot 4 targets, got it right, and then you flip to the other side and shoot uphill. Oh,
yeah, you screwed yourself all up
all day long. Then you got to click to it. By the time you get I got it right. Now you back on the other side and do it again.
Mm-hmm. My biggest thing when I went, and this is something that I learned, was my draw length. If you shooting uphill, not the downhill wasn't as bad.
No,
right?
But it'd be too long.
But shooting uphill,
if you have
if your draw length is just a smidge long, or even if it's like perfect for you, the real steep shots
just don't want to go.
It don't want to go.
Right.
Especially if you're working a hinge. If you're working a hinge, you ain't getting that thing to go.
100%. You're not lying.
I definitely learned to set my draw length.
Hair on the snow shot.
Just on the short side. That way you can do those uphill shots and get those to go off the way you want them to.
But I'm not. I mean, as far as Kentucky is, some of the greatest people in the town. I mean, they treat you like great. I'm not knocking that. It was just, and I was a fat guy walking up top of that hill, right?
Yeah.
And it seems to me that when you shoot in the 45 class, you're in the first group. We shoot in the 50. As you, the 40s and the 45, 50s.
Yeah.
Like you have to keep going up that dang hill the farther you shoot, right?
Right.
And if you don't shoot in a pro class, they won't let you drive your way to the top.
Well, last year they did.
Well, they didn't for us.
They allowed that last year.
They didn't for us, and we had to walk it. And you talking about some tired puppies. And I was a little heavier than I am now, So, but no, I enjoyed it.
It was an experience. I can tell you that.
It's definitely an experience. I have not shot
Go ahead.
I have not shot since Texas. I guess it's Louisiana. I haven't shot Louisiana. Never have. So I couldn't tell you what it's about.
Me neither. Yeah, I can't either.
I shot Texas. I love Texas. Texas was the most fun we've had. We went out there and had a great time multiple times. It's a great facility. I guess we outgrew it, I'm assuming.
That's what they say. Yeah. I mean, that's the word on the street is we outgrew it.
Yeah. So Texas was a phenomenal facility, and plus they got some of the best barbecue in Texas. So I'm a fat guy. I like to eat.
I like to eat too.
So
I like my barbecue.
Oh, for sure.
I do. I also like my seafood. So I'm looking forward to that this weekend.
That's right. But you right there, you get it anyway.
Oh yeah, every day.
Right.
Every day. If we don't eat seafood twice a week, something's wrong.
That's right. But yeah, so everybody that's headed down, we want to wish you luck. All the different classes. We mentioned Gabby, so Gabriella, she is actually shooting K45 because she got booted out of K40 this year.
Did she really?
She is in K45, and this will be her first go at that. And let's see how that works out, But
she's going to, she's going to be shooting. So her and Alicia's going to be shooting together.
Her and Alicia will be shooting together for sure.
Okay, yep. Cool.
So
cool.
That's her first time into that class, and she's a junior in high school. So,
right.
It's a little different, right? It's just a little different. Right. But yeah, good luck to everybody that's going. You must have wiggled again because it got louder.
I did.
See,
yes, get louder.
We got to fix that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you are not going to ASA, you can shoot on Saturday if you got your hunting bow in the CSRA qualifier at Acorn Acres Archery.
Acorn Acres.
Yep. So Mike's hosting that event. It was just the one he could do. And that's on Saturday. And on Sunday, Evgeni Bowman down there in your neck of the hood, but you won't be around, is having a 3D shoot.
Yes, they are. I urge you guys to come down to support the Evgeni Bowman. We are urgently trying to build these clubs up down here in South Georgia.
So here's the thing, man. You got to tell them if you get to go down there. I used to do it when I Field's my favorite. We talked about that earlier, right? Field's my favorite.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so I would always tell my wife, hey, you could go hang out on the beach while I go shoot my bow, and then we'll eat some seafood and hang out. She's like, okay, cool. So it was easy. So I always use that as an excuse to get down there,
That's exactly right. So. And then now we got, there's other. Obviously, there's other things to do than just go to the beach. So now that we have the Tanger outlets right around the corner in Pooler, so you got the Pooler outlets. It's not far away from the ranges. And then you got downtown Savannah, which, they got, which ain't so bad anymore ever since the JW Marriott come to town. They built up their little area down there. So that's pretty nice to go down there and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of shopping. And Savannah's a tourist city. So.
Oh, yeah. But River Street's always a place to go down there and go get you a couple of drinks from Willie's.
And yes, Lord, just remember to call a cab. That's all I got to say.
For sure.
Play on words here. Call a cab.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we like to host our field archery down here. We love our field archery down here.
Well, I tell you, I enjoy having a good time down there, but it's flat.
There's no ups and downs. It's extremely flat.
I ain't gotta make no cuts.
No cuts. You ain't got to worry about that.
Yep.
That's exactly right.
So you got to pack your stuff. Or you got your wife packing your stuff for you.
Oh, my wife's packing my stuff. I don't pack my stuff. If I packed my stuff, I'd forget. There's all types of stuff I'd forget. I can't tell you. I packed for ATA and I forgot all kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't like packing my own stuff. My wife packs everything for me. Right before we started this, she goes, Are you live yet? And I said, No, I'm not live. She goes, Well, give me all your stuff. I said, Oh, can you wait a minute? She goes, Take your pants off. My pants off.
So don't stand up is what you're saying, right?
Middle of washing and packing and everything.
It reminds me.
I love it for it.
That reminds me of them talking about people who do Zoom, when all the, they put their top half on, they won't put no bottom, and then they forget, stand up, do something, and they ain't got no pants on. Oh, so we don't need to know that you ain't got no pants on, D. Wayne.
No, yeah, I got my pants on. I also got some in the washing machine.
But yeah, who all's riding with you?
So we are taking. There is going to be me. Daddy's going, but he ain't shooting because he's still injured.
Yep. He's still on injured reserve list.
Yep. Sean Lane's going.
Sean, okay.
Buster Morale's going. They're going to be riding with me. They're staying in our house. And then Greg Lewis is going from Coastal. And Simeon Edenfield's going.
Edenfield.
So we're going to have six Coastal Empire archers down there.
Simeon's shooting 40, 45.
He shoots 40. I don't. Listen. I've tried to get him to move up, but he won't move up. He wants to get booted out. So that's his goal this year, is to get booted.
There's no doubt in my mind. I will tell you, there ain't no reason to rush it.
Right.
And I know you probably don't know who I'm talking about because this was before your time, but we used to have a gentleman, his name was Papa Joe. He was a great guy. Everybody who was in archery for a long time knows who Papa Joe is, knows who he was. And Papa Joe was the longest running, and I don't remember how old he was, novice shooter.
Okay.
Like in ASA, he still shot novice because he never got booted.
Right.
He shot some local tournaments and shot real good sometimes, but they may not have been a qualifier or, they didn't kick him because he moved up or whatever because he just won a tournament. But he shot novice. I mean, he shot novice I shot 5 different classes while he still shot novice.
Right. Yeah.
He's a great guy. We had a good time. We used to go down there to Gainesville. I remember we had a blast. He took the young kids, now they're grown, got kids of their own, down there, and they got into this cooler. And got a couple of beers while we were sitting there chatting, and he opens up the cooler and it's about empty. He's like, who the hell's done been drinking all my beer? And it's them boys he had brought down. They were getting in his cooler. They were drinking a beer behind his back, not knowing it's the funniest thing in the world. Bless his soul. I miss old Papa Joe. He got killed in a boating accident. So.
Oh man, I hate to hear that.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. The older you get, the more you remember different people different ways, and you ain't quite as old as me, but you still have already had that, right? Friends that's been in bad shape.
I've been around a long time. I've been around this sport a long time.
Oh, for sure, because Dad shot forever ago,
Yeah, when Dad was shooting in the 80s, there's still a couple of people that are shooting now that shot in the 80s with Daddy.
Yep.
But and one of the guys, just last year, that matter of fact, he used to have the bow shop down here before Bill had Wildcat. This guy, his name was Frankie Christian.
Yep.
And there was another guy, him and a guy named Sandy. They were long members of the Geechee Bowmen back then, and they had the first bow shop in this area. And Frankie just passed away last year. Yeah. As a matter of fact, Bill Henneman, the guy owns Wildcat now.
Yeah.
He went to the funeral, and Daddy couldn't make it. Daddy was going to try and go, but anyways, like I said, I've been around a long time.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. You remember people and you see things, and we do things. I mean, there's been folks that's come and gone, and thank goodness that they were there, and we can laugh and giggle about the things that we remember from our friends from the past.
That's right. That's right.
Look, I wish y'all the best. I hope y'all all make podium, make them big dollars.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna try my best. I've been shooting pretty decent.
Listen to wait, stop. I'm before you get going. I seen the card, right? I seen the card,
right?
But that's in your own house.
That's in my house, man.
So. Yeah, so when you get down there, there's a whole bunch of same stuff that's at your house. The shrubberies and the palmettos and all that shit looks the same.
It's all the same.
So when you get down there, you at your house. Remember that.
Well, that's exactly the mentality I need to bring with me,
That's
Coach.
I'm trying to help you.
Come on.
I'm trying to help you.
When you get that phone call on Friday, right before I walk on the range, this is what I need to be hearing. Okay.
That's what I'm trying to help you, right? The targets are always set at the same distances. They're the same targets you've been shooting at.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
They may be in a shadow or they might be in the open, but they're the same targets. There's no difference shooting them there than it is shooting them at your house.
I can tell you
there is no difference.
No, there is no difference. I can tell you now. I'm going on 5 or 6 years strong, and the anxiety ain't as bad as it once was.
No,
and
the only way you can do it, only way you can get rid of it is to do it.
Is to do it. That's
100%.
Yeah, that's it.
We talked about that several years ago, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, whenever I can remember having conversations with you when I first started, and it was like, I'll shoot a local tournament down here with the same people all the time. And then when I just go, when I travel 3.5 hours away to go shoot a state, and it's like, I'm just now picking up my bow for the first time. You know what I mean?
But you know why that is?
Why?
You don't know?
Because I was new.
Between between your ears. Right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You're making it like it's something different. Right?
When it shouldn't be.
It is the same. I mean, like, all right, we
got to get out. We got to learn to get out our own way.
Yeah, for sure. Shoot your bow. Don't put yourself in the bigger situation. Right? It's no bigger. Don't make it Don't make this is bigger than that. It's the same. Right? And if you don't make it as bigger than that, I mean, I suck it up no matter on the small field or the big field. It don't matter to me. I shoot about the same scores everywhere I go. Really, I do. And there's days that you don't shoot good, and there's days that you do shoot good. You've been at your own range and like, I sucked it up,
Oh, shoot,
I just couldn't hold good,
So when I shot 22 up, when I qualified, went back the second day, and because the way I do it is I leave the range out and then I let everybody come practice before I tear it down.
Yep.
Went out there and we practiced. I didn't shoot but 10 up. You know what I mean? It's like what's different? Like what just happened?
Y'all had a little scramble or something going on Monday.
Yeah. We had a little scramble on President's Day. President's Day scramble.
I got you.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
we had a good time.
But it's the same way. I mean, it's not. And then in morning versus afternoon versus how you woke up out of bed makes a difference for sure. But you gotta remember that, and so don't over pressure yourself. Like we always when the first time I was in Vegas, which was a long time ago, that building ain't even standing there no more. But the last time I was in Vegas, I didn't shoot, but I was on the floor. And I was trying to tell the kids, I said, you don't understand. They were running horses on this piece of property here like 2 hours ago 2 days ago before we showed up.
Right.
Ain't nothing but a dirt floor under this bottom,
Yeah.
Bull riding happens right here,
That's right. Yeah.
So it ain't nothing special, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. Vegas has been played up as something special. There's no doubt about it. But
it's just you and the target. It's you and the target.
It's the same distance. They didn't move it.
Yep.
It's the same target, But yeah, we always play it up in our head. Like, everybody says pressure. Pressure makes diamonds and pearls. Pressure does not make archers. I mean, there is no pressure in archery except the push-pull part.
That's right. That's it.
The pressure you're putting on yourself is just yourself. Yeah, that's not real.
It's not real. It's just you and that target. If you can manage to keep that inside your brain while you're up there on the line for 4 hours,
Yeah, 4 hours. How many arrows do we? How many arrows do we shoot in 4 hours in a field tournament?
Oh God. Quote me if I'm wrong. It's
122.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
122, and y'all shoot 30 in 4 hours.
122 arrows.
Yep. Well, look, if you didn't hear your name called or didn't hear something or we missed some scores from y'all tournament, make sure you send me an email at georgiaarchery@gmail.com. You can find all this information and more on the calendar on our webpage. It's click the menu calendar, and you can see all of this information on there. And most of these have an address, right? So it tells you where to go to get to those tournaments. If you don't see your name on our calendar, please send us an email and give us your information so we can get it on there. If you're here listening to this on your favorite podcast app, give us a like, give us a follow. Make sure that you are getting the updates when you want to. We push out a video version of this on the YouTube channel, and be sure to like it, follow, and subscribe. Hit the little dingy button. I ain't got all the little graphics you see on YouTube, but hit the little dingy button. You'll get informed when the next one comes out. We try to do this once a week. Usually this goes up on Thursday, because we film this on Wednesday, and then the audio goes out before that. You can make sure to follow us and like us on all the social medias. We are on the Twitters, which is now the X.
The X.
We are on Snappy Chats. We're on Facebooks, Instagrams, TikToks. I ain't done a lot of TikToks lately, except I push up some shorts from our videos usually. So.
Yeah, I need to. I'll send you some videos. You can push some TikToks from this weekend.
Yeah, and you're gonna do some filming this weekend. We get to talk all about it if you're here next week with me, and we get to talk all about it and tell how everything goes. And then if we have a couple of the guys in the pro class that make the cut, maybe we can get them on here and talk to them.
That'd be cool.
Yep. So. But I think that's going to be it for today, this evening. I'm Big John, and that is...
And I'm Dwayne from the Saltwater City.
Saltwater City. And until next time, we'll see you.